Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another live stream, you guys. I'm so excited to be here. There is a message coming in hot from Spirit that I wanted to share. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. I know if you're tuning in here live with me, go ahead and let me know. And if you're tuning in on the replay also, please let me know. I'd love to connect with you. So the message is so potent and so powerful and just piggybacks on one of the previous 2 or 3 of the previous messages. Ultimately, it's always the same message, just coming through in a different way. But today's message is deep and profound, and just it's so. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so giddy. The energy is so palpable, and the message that's coming through is glory to the God that dwells within you. And honoring that the synchronicities leading up to this message were so profound and so fun to receive. So I wanted to bring this through immediately. This message, your whole experience, transform your whole experience if you're willing to take this in through the heart, not the head. Those who walk in faith to the God self, God essence that dwells within, walk in her. And what does this mean? This means that as you move and trust in faith, fully devoted to the infinite intelligence that's animating your being, and you fully walk in faith in this knowing of who you truly are, every area of your life transforms. Everything, miracles are worked in your life, and things unimaginable. The message that's coming through is unimaginable favor. Unimaginable favor. I had to write it down, is on the way. So I was getting blasted with this message. I landed on something that was speaking directly to me regarding the glory of God and really coming into union with the divine essence within you. And then right after that, glory was on the license plate in front of me, and getting blasted with the symbol of infinity, 888, infinite abundance. You are one with the infinite stream of abundance and wealth. So the message is coming through is it's time to declare this for yourself and really claim your cosmic birthright. You are one with the divine. You are one with the infinite source of abundance and wealth and prosperity and health. Divine prosperity is yours now. Divine success is yours now. Divine health is yours now. Divine love fuels and animates your being. Divine intelligence beats your heart. Divine law governs your actions. Are you willing to choose this for yourself? The other thing that is coming through is the power of choice, the power of decision, because you have the ability to choose this for yourself. You have the ability to choose in your divine sovereignty. And this has to be walked and talked and embodied. It cannot stay as something in the mind, as a concept. It has to be fully embodied. The other message that was coming through is larger vision, which was also coming through in a previous message regarding the eagle symbolism, animal symbol, and animal totem. So all of these messages are correlating. So if this one resonates with you, go back and check some of the other messages, some of the previous episodes. But being able to see with larger vision, being able to see first and foremost, pulling all your attention back and putting all of your focus and your awareness, your attention, which is basically just focused consciousness, back into yourself, and putting all of your focus and awareness in the cosmic life force energy, the divine life force energy, the God force energy, the God essence within you that animates your being, that beats your heart, that heals your body. Divine health is here for you now. I just shared a story on this the other day on how tapping into the divine flow of wellness and the infinite creator that created me healed my body without any of the things that the doctor said that I needed. I healed my body by becoming one with the infinite stream of divine health that created me. This divine substance of abundance, of love, of life, of prosperity, of beauty, of well-being is your divine birthright, is your true source. And when you're able to discern this for yourself, choose it for yourself, and really be diligent. So this is what was coming through, is being diligent with choosing this for yourself, choosing this, choosing your divinity, being diligent about it, meaning when fear or doubt or scarcity or lack come into your mind, bringing your awareness back to the God that dwells within you. And my favorite way to do this is through prayer, is not praying some outside source to solve your problems. That's not true prayer. Coming into union with the infinite intelligence that already dwells within you. Be still and know that you are this source. Come home to yourself, and prayer is the way I love to connect with this, to the point where you become a living, walking, talking prayer. Like your life becomes a living, walking, talking prayer. And then things just start to unfold in miraculous and beautiful ways as you live this, as you breathe this, as you walk this, as you talk this into existence. You are that powerful. You are that powerful. And I'm not speaking to you, the separate sense of you. I'm talking about the true you, the one that is in union with the God source within you. So for example, when fear or lack or scarcity or doubt come into your mind, or when a situation comes into your life where you feel fear or anxiety or something like that, bringing your focus back to the infinite intelligence that dwells within you, knowing that your next right action is known to you and revealed to you, and turning it over to the God source within you, the infinite intelligence that's orchestrating all things and is able to rearrange things in your life in miraculous ways. I just shared a story about this the other day in a previous episode on how this law of one, and recognizing this for yourself, but then actually putting it into practice in your day to day. It's not enough to stay conceptual. So that's the message that's coming through right now, is it's not enough to allow this to stay as a conceptual thing. This has to seep into your being. This has to reprogram the subconscious programs that you've been conditioned over time to believe we've been conditioned through fear-based programming for your whole life, most likely in some way, shape, or form. This is just how 99% of the population operates. And we have a choice in this. We get to discern whether or not we want to buy into that program or not. This is going to require your healthy discernment and your choosing, and you're sticking with it, especially during times of and moments of doubt or moments of fear or anxiety that creep in. And so understanding that infinite intelligence knows your next right action. So for example, you can close your eyes and put your hand over your heart. Take a moment to breathe the next time you have a situation occurring that's taking you out of the flow, right? And taking your attention into some form of lack or scarcity or fear or doubt or anxiety. And command that the infinite intelligence that is one within you, that beats your heart, that pumps your blood, that breathes you, the infinite intelligence that created you knows the right action. The God that dwells within you knows the right action. The God within you knows the right step to take. And rest in that silence, rest in that knowingness, and then This is when an inspiration will come, or a download will come, or something will just like drop into your mind, or you'll be inspired to go somewhere or do something. And naturally, things will begin to unfold for you. And you don't even necessarily need to know. You won't know. Like, you'll be guided to say, do, and guided to say things, do things, go places, talk to people, and things like that, that naturally will be unfolding your highest timeline for yourself. And that is in divine prosperity, divine abundance, divine health, divine success, divine wealth, and divine love, and divine beauty. All of it. Are you fully coming home to yourself and trusting and knowing that the divine will orchestrate your life, and commanding that you are, that divine intelligence guides you, and that you are a divine channel, and that you are here to receive. You are here to receive the wisdom. You are here to receive the guidance. You are here to receive the next right action. You are here to receive it. And then as you receive it, take action on whatever guidance comes. But you have to be able to discern this for yourself and put it into action. That's one of the biggest messages that was coming through. Unimaginable favor is in store for those who walk in faith, divinely guided by the God source within them, who walk in faith, in this knowing that you are one with the ultimate creator. There is only oneness. This is the journey to oneness. There is nothing opposing you when you move into this place. When you're no longer a separate sense of fighting the world, trying to make sense of things and trying to work everything out on your own. The image that came to mind, the metaphor right before I went live, which kind of made me laugh, was it's kind of like when we're trying to work things out through the ego, and we think we have to like carry the weight of the world on our shoulders and figure everything out on our own, and that we somehow forgot that we are infinite intelligence, and that we are one with all things, and that we are that powerful, but we chose to forget it. And so we chose to go down the rabbit hole of fear, or the rabbit hole of scarcity, or the rabbit hole of unworthiness, or the rabbit hole of anxiety, realizing we forget this. The metaphor that came to my mind that was having me laugh was, it's kind of like a little child that's like a little toddler that doesn't know any better, throwing a little temper tantrum because he can't go, or she can't go run into the road with ongoing traffic. It's like the little egoic mind is like throwing a temper tantrum, trying to figure out like the navigate your life. And it's throwing this temper tantrum because it wants to go like figure it all out on its own. But yet the love of God is guiding you and protecting you, and you're fighting against it this whole time. Just like this little child whose father or mother is keeping them from walking straight into ongoing traffic, but yet here's this child like throwing a temper tantrum because it can't go figure it out all on its own, right? Or can't just go do whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's fighting and resisting the natural orchestration of its life. You're already in the flow. You are already being divinely guided. You are already one with all of existence. The divine love and divine prosperity and divine success and divine abundance and divine health and beauty and all of these things are already your experience and existence, but we get to choose and go down these different rabbit holes that detour us from that. Just like the little boy or girl on the side of the road trying to get into ongoing traffic, where all it does is it takes you off, so to speak. I don't believe we can be deterred off our path, so to speak, because like from a grand scheme of things, because everything is ultimately serving us. But it's like when things aren't working out in your life and you're fighting against certain things, or you're resisting certain things, or you're trying to make certain things work or fit, divine is guiding you, right? And there's a reason why, things aren't working out, or you're being guided to go this way or that way. There's always divine protection at play. Just like the parents that are protecting that little child that doesn't know any better. And so when we are asleep to the fact that we have divine intelligence beating our heart and driving all of our actions, words, and deeds, and all we have to do is tap into this divine flow. When we forget that, when we are asleep to that, we are like that little child that is just like, like sabotaging ourselves at every step of the game, because there's so much more wisdom, there's so much more abundance, there's so much more prosperity, there's so much more success and beauty and love and wellness and all the things in store for us if we could just stop resisting it. Let's not walk into the ongoing traffic. There is a better path. There is a higher timeline. And that timeline is revealed to us when we surrender to it in full faith and know that we are already divinely guided and protected. You are already divinely guided and protected. You are already one with the source within you, with the God source that created you. You are already one with the abundance and the love and the beauty and the prosperity that you seek. You are already one with it, but we can choose heaven or hell. We can choose to be in alignment with the truth of who we are, or we can choose to go down the rabbit hole of quote unquote hell, which is basically buying into fear-based programming and fear-based conditioning. And then our life reflects that as a reflection of how we are programmed, what we are programmed to believe to be true, and how we see ourselves and how we see ourselves in the world. So what I'm suggesting here today and what's coming through is a reset into your conviction of what you're willing to be devoted to, because you cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve two masters on this journey and truly step into your highest timeline. There must be a point of discernment, devotion, and commitment to the truth of who you are, where you are unwavering in your conviction that you are divinely guided and protected. And when you truly anchor into this with faith and prayer, not prayer to save you from your situation and look for things to occur in your external world to support your fear-based belief systems and things like that, but actually allow your prayer to be something that brings you into union with the divine self within you, the God self, the one self that connects us all, and ask for guidance, expect the guidance, be open to receive the guidance, trust and know that your guidance is already there and it will be revealed. When you're anchored into the one self, the God self, the God essence, and you glory in God. The word glory is very strong here coming up. Glory, right? You revel in the magnificence and in the splendor and in the beauty of the God essence within you. When you're able to feel and be in glory of the magnificence and the beauty that lies within you, you're moving into fully embodying this and taking it from head to heart. It cannot remain a mental concept. It has to be fully embodied to be able to see truly the beauty that lies within. And we are moving into, as a collective, in 2025, I'm getting full body chills right now, moving into our most abundant timeline, which is why with this message today, I'm just getting blasted with eights. Eights, obviously, manifestation and abundance, but also the infinity symbol, right? And so this abundant timeline that I speak of and that you probably hear other people talking of and talking about, and that you already feel probably within yourself if you're resonating with this transmission right now, this abundant timeline that we're moving into is not being created in the external world. It's something that we're dwelling in within ourselves that is then creating our reality. But it's anchoring in the truth of who we are. You will not create your abundant timeline anchored in fear-based consciousness. And the world is going to hook you if you're looking outside of yourself, left and right, through thoughts, through emotions, and hook you back into fear-based programming. If you just want the shortcut to this, the shortcut is to go within and realize that you are one with all that is, and begin to Allow this to be your mantra as you move through your day. Allow this to seep into your subconscious. Allow this to drop into your heart, so it's not just a mental concept. You are one with the law, with the infinite that's created all things. You already see this every single day when you have all of these synchronicities fly into your experience. You are always in the right place at the right time. It is always divine timing. This is how you are always receiving the right guidance at the right, because you're one with the guidance. You are one with the other, the apparent other that's showing up into your experience right at that time, or the song, or the numbers, or the animals, or whatever the symbols are that you are seeing as part of your synchronicity. You are one with all that. So how could it not show up into your experience perfectly right at the right time? It's always divine timing. You are, for lack of a better word, you are the divine timing. You are the divine essence. You are this powerful. This is your cosmic birthright. This is your birthright to experience the truth of your true nature in this 3D world by living, walking, talking, breathing, and embodying this. And those who truly embody this will be the walking, talking, breathing example of abundance and will be favored. And this doesn't mean you're special. You'll be favored because you are one with divine will. You are one with the divine that lives within you. And your world will reflect that. Your experiences will reflect that. If you're resonating with this, you are here to be a living, walking, talking, breathing example, like I always say, of what is possible when you choose love over fear, when you choose truth over fear, when you choose freedom over fear. And all of this is to say, when you choose the divine essence of who you are, and you lead with that, you lead with the knowing that you are one. You are a child of God and you are one with God. God dwells within you. It's not some separate entity outside of yourself that you are at the mercy of and that you need to, repent for. You are worthy as you are, and you are one with God. This is how powerful you are. This is not something that this is not saying that you're special or above anybody else. This is everybody's birthright. Everybody's birthright is to wake up to the divine essence of who they truly are and to live in the flow of divine prosperity, health, wellness, beauty, success, right action, and creative inspirations and guidance. This is your birthright, and you have to choose it though for yourself. You have to choose it. You have to be willing to say, you have to be willing to look away from things that are untruth and reconfirm in the moment that divine will is governing and orchestrating your life, and the right answer will be shown you. The right step or action will be made available to you. The wisdom that needs to come through is available to you. Whatever you need to know is revealed to you. And walk in, the word coming up really good is it, walk in this conviction. This is a conviction, right? So I want you to feel the difference between thinking this as a concept versus anchoring it into your being as a conviction. There is a clicking into place when this is a conviction. When this is a conviction, you've activated the power of making this decision for yourself, and it begins to recondition the subconscious. It begins to repopulate things in your external environment immediately. Like, obviously things will have its divine timing to unfold, but you will start to see shifts immediately as you place your faith within and you go within and connect to the divine essence within. But this requires a level of conviction. And most people have lazy, sloppy thinking, and they allow their thoughts to go down whatever rabbit hole it's being hooked into. Fear, doubt, scarcity, lack, unworthiness, anxiety, and all the things. Doubt's a big one. Doubt is self-doubt on this journey is like doubting the the God that dwells within you, the God essence, the goddess, right, within you. Doubt is the opposite of what I'm referring to. When you start to experience doubt, this is time to anchor back into your conviction and be willing to turn a blind eye to what is not truthful and be so convicted in you on your journey that you are willing to see truth in all things. You're willing to see with true higher vision the divinity within yourself and then the divinity in all. As you see the divinity in yourself, you will see the divinity in all. This is all about coming home to yourself. There's nothing else that needs to happen here. This entire ascension timeline is you coming home to who you truly are. That's it. It's really simple. You coming home to the truth of who you are. It doesn't have to get more complicated than that. And I'm going to show up every single day and say this in different ways until it sinks in and resonates and clicks for whoever needs to hear it, because this is everything. And it is the way, it is the path, it is the journeyless journey home to yourself, the love that you already are. I'm pointing inward here because I'm pointing to my heart space, because you anchor this into your body. This is an embodiment journey. All of this happens within your vessel. This experience, all of this happens within your vessel. And this consciousness that you're open up to as you start to receive higher and higher frequency begins to fill your being. This is why so many have physical symptoms when this starts to happen, where it's hard to sleep, or sometimes you put on weight because you need to ground the energy more and things like that. Like there's all these physiological symptoms that happen as you start to bring in this higher frequency into your body and you start to activate your light body and things like that. But this is all anchoring into the heart space. This is a felt experience. This is a knowing within the heart. So this is not an understanding. This is an understanding. This is a knowing. I can't even put words to it. This is a conviction within that is a knowing when you click into place like this. And I will show up and say this a million different ways because it's all pointing back to here. It's all pointing back to the truth of who you are. All journeys, no matter how long, how treacherous, how lifetimes it takes, how many hoops you have to go through, how many nights of the soul you need, whatever the case may be, how many tower moments, how many rebirths, how many whatever, all the journey is all the same. It's all coming back to who you truly are, the one self within you that exists within everyone, that connects you to all things, your God essence. Seek first the kingdom. The kingdom of heaven lies within you. When you are able to move in this and live this and breathe this with full conviction and knowing, fear and doubt and all of these other things of the mind just become laughable. Like they just become laughable. They have no power to hook you anymore when you're walking in your true divine power, divine confidence. I'm using air quotes because power and confidence can often be hijacked by the ego, where you're a sense of power that's like superior to others, or power over others, or something like that, or confidence, but it's conditional as long as certain things are in alignment for you and things like that. And the second something's out of alignment, like you're no longer confident. Like that's not divine confidence, and that's not divine power. What I'm referring to is true divine power, true divine confidence, which comes as a natural byproduct of you coming home to yourself, which is unwavering confidence and a power that doesn't place you above others or below others for that. It's a power that can't be shaken, and it's a power that is I don't know the word to put to it. It'll come to me. I hope this is resonating because this message is so strong. Those who walk in faith with the God source within themselves are favored on this journey. And that, again, is not implying specialness. It's just natural law. As you choose and with conviction to be one with the divine source within yourself, you will naturally walk a path that is rooted in divine prosperity, health, wealth, abundance, success, beauty, inspiration, divine creation. It's already your existence. It's already the truth of who you are. It's already the case. But we can choose to take a detour. And that detour may be long or short, depending on how many rabbit holes you want to go down. But eventually, no matter how long and how many lifetimes it takes, or how many rabbit holes you go down, all journeys come back home. All journeys lead to the same destination, which is you've never left. It's the journeyless journey. It's the pathless path. You're coming home to yourself, which you've never left. This journey home is not a journey. And yet, paradoxically, it's the journey from head to heart. And it can take a lifetime. So paradoxically, it's a journey, and it's also the journeyless journey, if that makes sense. And you're getting closer to the truth when you're speaking in paradox, because this is not, if it were a linear process that made sense, you would be in the mind. This is your true nature. You already are your true nature. You already are the God essence. You already are divinity in human form, walking, talking, walking around. God is experiencing itself through you right now as I speak and as you hear these words. God is in the silence in between these words. It's in what you hear. It's what you're seeing right now. It is the seeing. You are the seeing. You are the hearing. You are the expression of it. God is your life, and God's love fills your being and fills your heart. But we can choose to cut ourselves off for that for as long as we want, because we have this ability to choose and decide what rabbit hole we're going to go down. But you already are this. This is your true nature. You can't seek it out. The more you seek, the more you run from it, to be honest. And again, that's paradoxical, but the more you seek it out, the more you are running from it, because you're already here. You're already this. It's already you. You're already here. You are already here. Are you willing to choose it? Are you willing to step into it? Are you willing to with conviction, unwaveringly choose your magnificence, your beauty? Have you thought or contemplated how beautiful and magical you are? Have you thought and contemplated that God has not made one duplicate, that everything is unique in its expression, and that you are a unique expression that doesn't exist anywhere else in the cosmos except right here in this present moment now? You may be a multi-dimensional being with lots of lifetimes and lots of dimensions happening, but in this incarnation right now, there's you, this unique snowflake, this unique expression that God created, and that is animating you and living you and experiencing through you right now. Do you think God made an accident? For whoever needs to hear this, someone needs to hear this, or it wouldn't be coming through. Do you think God makes accidents? Do you think he makes mistakes? The divine infinite intelligence that's created all things made a mistake? No, you are here as a divine expression. God knows this worthiness, this innate worthiness that you are, because you are one with the God that created you. The question is, how long do you want to spend believing otherwise or untruth, that you are somehow not a child of God, right? You get to choose this for yourself. You get to come home to yourself whenever you choose. You will resurrect yourself in this lifetime. You will go through whatever trials or tribulations or dark nights of the soul or tower moments that you need to resurrect yourself in this lifetime. in this game that we're playing called life, but you get to choose. And if you're on this particular live stream, watching this particular channel, resonating with this particular message, you are here to experience your divinity while in human form. That's all that's happening right now. There's one journey, and it's the journeyless journey that is bringing you home. And you can go down all of the other rabbit holes that you want, but at the end of the day, this will be the one that frees you. Will be the only thing that liberates you. This will be the only thing that brings you everlasting peace and uncaused joy. It's uncaused joy, joy for no reason, joy for being alive. It's an uncaused joy, and I don't even know how to put words to this. This is just what's coming through. But this will be the only thing that brings you the sense of peace and security and safety and love and everything that you're seeking outside of yourself right now. All of it is about coming home to here, coming home to yourself. And if you're listening to this, then this is not an accident. God is calling you home to yourself, to your true divinity, to your true self. And you are here to live as divinity in human form and be an example and a way shower for New Earth, anchoring in the light and the divine love, building brick by brick this new Earth. This is what you soul contracted for. If you're resonating with this, I'm speaking directly to those that have known for a long time that they are part of something bigger. And you may not have been able to always put your finger on it, but you've known for a long time, since you were very young, that you were part of something bigger, something bigger. And some of you may have known what that is for a long time, and some of some of this may just be a knowing that you weren't able to put your finger on. But if this is resonating with you and you're here, this is what you've been prepared for. This is what you incarnated for. This is what you contracted for. I know the souls that I'm here to help activate and who I'm here to share with. And it is those that are here on a mission to anchor in divine love and divine truth into this reality by being it, not by talking about it, not by thinking about it, not by conceptually understanding it, but coming home and to yourself and embodying it and being it. And it will just take a level of conviction until it becomes your natural flow, because you're going up against some programming, and you're going up against some societal conditioning, and you're going up against, mainstream and the matrix and everything, in order to break free from that and to fully live in your truth and in your authentic divine expression, your creative expression, God creating through you. And so it's going to take a level of conviction. It's going to take you exercising your power of discernment and choice on what you want to create for yourself in this lifetime. What are you going to be devoted to? Are you going to be devoted to the fear-based mongering, fear-based mind, and go down all of those rabbit holes? And if you do, that's okay. But if you're here, there's a resonance. If you're still here, especially if you're still on this live stream and you've been watching for this long, there's a resonance. And the reason it resonates is because it's time. And it's very simple. This isn't complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. We can make it complicated, and we can make it a long journey. And I know I have played into that as well, and have gone down many rabbit holes, and it's a beautiful journey, and I wouldn't take any of it back, because it's all led me to here right now. And that being said, it's time. It's time for those that are resonating with this to move into fully embodying your truth, that you are one with the divine creator, and knowing and putting this into practice is how I'll leave this. Putting it into practice is key. Putting it into practice. When fear comes in, doubt creeps in, anxiety creeps in, or there's some kind of, fear-based belief system or conditioning or something like that, taking a breath and bringing yourself back to center and anchoring in the knowing that you are one with the divine, and speaking into existence that you are divinely guided and that you have infinite intelligence at your fingertips. Infinite wisdom flows through you. Your next right action is revealed. Everything is working out for you in perfect timing, and the next thing you need to know will be revealed. The next idea will be revealed. The next action you should take will be revealed. The best, highest possible solution for a situation will be revealed. You are naturally guided and divinely ordained on this path, and divine will is orchestrating the whole thing. And you can surrender to that and trust that and know that. And if you can just do that for a little bit, just do it, just entertain it and watch what happens. You don't have to take my word for it. Watch what happens in your own life experience when you exercise with faith and trust and knowing. And you almost have to get really like discerning. Like, I'm wanting to put my fist down right now. Like, there's like a line in the sand that you have to draw with what you're willing to entertain. I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but there's a line in the sand right now. Right now, the collective is at a choice point for a lot of us, right? Where you're at a divine crossroads, and there is an energetic line in the sand. There is a defining point or point of discernment, or uh, a really potent decision with conviction that you are only available for the highest truth. You are only available for the highest good of all. You are only available for optimal divine wellness and health and prosperity and success and beauty and love in all things. You are only available for that. And any time doubt or fear or anxiety creep in any way, you will course correct that. Now, I'm speaking to someone, and I know this is going to sound paradoxical, I'm speaking to someone who this is not about, I'm just going to say this so you take it as it resonates. I'm feeling called to say this. This is not about spiritual bypassing and not allowing things that are a true emotion that's coming up to be healed and released. This isn't about, pushing away anything that is naturally arising from within that wants to be experienced. So I know this can sound a little paradoxical, but I'm speaking to those on this path that have purified at such a level that your being is so full with light, and you're being so activated on this journey that there's, how do I say this? That there is nothing, I don't want to say there's nothing left, but this is the piece that's dragging on for you. Like, you have to just make a healthy, discerning decision for yourself. And that doesn't mean you don't make a healthy, discerning decision even when you're healing. So for example, I shared this in a previous video when I was sick and I was in victim mode, and I had like ruined my health and ruined my immunity, and going to naturopaths for like 4 years, spending thousands of dollars. I wasn't rejecting that and pretending it didn't exist. So this is where I'm going with this. This isn't about bypassing anything. This is about bringing divine wisdom, divine love, divine intelligence into every situation. So if there is a situation that's causing you distress in some way, for example, when my health was crumbling, I began to see myself well. I tapped into divine wellness, and I stopped telling the victim story and going down that rabbit hole that was hooking me. I stopped telling the narrative, and I stopped telling people that I was sick and having those conversations. I chose to align with divine wellness, the infinite wellness, the life force, creative energy that created me was healing me. And that was my choice. That was my decision. And I had a remarkable and miraculous recovery, which I shared in a previous video. So I won't go into this on this one, but this is the fine line here, because I know some people will listen to this and they will think, okay, well, I'm just going to push away everything that's not love and light and rooted in like prosperity and abundance and wellness and everything. And there, I'm going to push everything away. That's not what I'm saying. This is about bringing divine intelligence, divine love, perfect health, perfect wellness, perfect spiritual vision, seeing the divinity in yourself, the divinity in others, and the life force that created you, and that you are one with all of that, and that you are calling it in to solve all of your problems for you. Like, you don't have to do it anymore. So for example, if you're in a situation and it's a relationship, for example, and the relationship is having issues or whatnot, this isn't about ignoring what's happening. This isn't about painting red flags green and pretending there's no red flags and just being in some spiritual bypassing place of complacency, or ignoring the signs that something's off. This isn't about ignoring your intuition or anything like that. What it is about is bringing infinite intelligence and divine love into the situation. How would divine love handle this situation? How would divine love uh, move me? What does divine wisdom want to say through me in this situation? What do I need to know in this situation? What needs to be revealed to me in this situation? Trusting and knowing that divine love and infinite intelligence can work out any situation for the highest and greatest good of all involved, and having true conviction in that and knowing that, and then allowing the situation to unfold organically and naturally. And you will see things naturally resolve in your life where previously there were conflicts, or previously there was fear, or previously there was anxiety, or previously there was scarcity and things like that. I shared that in another episode as well. I don't remember the name of it, but it's about inviting this into every situation and scenario in your life. So if you're going through a healing crisis, or you're going through a dark night of the soul, this isn't about spiritually bypassing and stuffing down emotions, or running from emotions, or not allowing your emotions to surface. This is about honoring anything that comes up, and also simultaneously knowing that you are divinely guided and protected, and that infinite intelligence and divine love will show you the wisdom that needs to be gleaned from this, and show you your next right action or your right step, because that's what governs your life. This is just working with the laws that govern this universe in order to come into alignment and with it, right? So it's like, so I just wanted to say that for whoever needed to hear it. This is, because I know sometimes the ego will latch on to something and take it as a concept, and then try to use that to work it in its advantage to keep you stuck, or to keep you in cycles, or things like that. Divine love, there's no force more powerful in the universe than that which created you. Think about that for a second. There is no force more powerful in the universe than obviously what created you. You are one with that powerful force. It can solve all of your problems, whether that be health, relationship, business, finance, community, like partnerships, whatever. Divine love can solve all of your problems, and it can do it in the most highly aligned, most divinely timed, most beautiful, most miraculous, most fulfilling way, if you allow it. And it will work its magic in every area of your life when you invite this in. And so if you are going through a crisis, or a dark night of the soul, or a heart opening, and there's lots of things coming up being purged and purified, bring in the divine intelligence and the divine love. This is what you're doing anyways. You're, during that process, you're coming home to yourself. What it may not feel like it at the time, but that's ultimately what's happening as the old self, the separate self, falls away. For example, ego death, dark night of the soul. What's happening is the falsehood is being not ripped, but deconstructed, right? And so you're naturally coming home to yourself. So everybody's going to land on this when they're meant to hear it. If you're a certain phase of your journey where you're not meant to hear this message yet, then you just won't land on this. You'll skip it, or you'll go to a different video or something else. Like, my intention is that whoever is hearing this message is meant to hear it. And if you are still here, then this message was meant for you. So I hope this finds you well. And until tomorrow, namaste.